Plitt.
Bodypower, man, 2014. I go around a lot, man, to a lot of these expos around the world, man. And this is not a shout out to Bodypower and kissing their ass. This is the honest truth. The Arnold, the Olympia, all these guys. This is the best one, I think, of all of them. And the reason why it's set up for success. All you guys have all these questions. It's not like some financial market that's trying to get your money or anything else. They're really trying to educate you, give you a lot of information. The way it's set up with the consumers' interactions with the athletes, the supplementation, all of these different fields out there, these experts, the boosts, it's really about you guys coming here with an internal drive to be better, and then out there supplying you information, tools, and tricks to really make sure you cross that finish line and find success in your endeavor. But let's be honest, man. This is the third day, man. And Bill's tired, I'm tired. You guys have been here for 3 days, you're exhausted. What is your first day, man? It's a little overwhelming out there. Think about it. I mean, there's so much information. It's like a plethora of stuff. And how do you soak it all in? It's daunting in a way, right? And on top of that, some of that information out there isn't really for your success. There's some weeds in the garden, man. That fertile ground isn't so fertile. Meaning there's a lot of people out there that are trying to jump on your shoulders and piggyback on your lethargic nature. Some of those products out there claiming, hey man, if you use our product, you get it faster than that product, and this and that. I know when I'm back in the States, man, I go to GNC, and I know a lot about everything. I really study it. I'm a student of the game. I enjoy this. I go to GNC, man, and I look at the shelf. I don't even understand half this stuff, man. All these labels, I need this and that, I need so much of this, supplementation diet. God, man, kill me, man. It's overwhelming. But here's the thing, it's part of the process to go through life, right? And you start to find out what you really want. And out there are some tools, there's a lot of BS. There's also some of those keys that really unlock your potential. And it's your responsibility to really have an open mind, to absorb it all, really give it a valiant effort, an honest try. See if it works. If it works, keep it. If it doesn't, push it away. That's what life's about, the trial and error. Are you really taking in information, applying it? Don't listen to me. Don't say what I'm saying is the truth. Because I'll come up here and tell you how it works for me. And someone else will come up and say how it works for them. That's great. But how it works for you is what matters. What I'm saying is work for me, man. And I have kicked ass in my field, but it's very different than what someone else has done that kicks ass in their field. So what you want to do is you want to give a little bit of each. All right, you know what? I'm not going to judge it. You try it, man. Let's see what it's all about. And that's where the real truth is. It's the combination of book smarts, when you read, study, and everything else, and then what you apply. That's called street smarts. When they collide, there's the ultimate truth that's individual to you. There is no quick fix for a long-term situation. And there is no universal path to individual success. That's your responsibility if you really want it. And you go through that trial and error, and you unlock the keys to your individual success. Because the gym itself is never the end, man. Never the end. It's the means of a certain destination end. What do you want out of the gym? When I was growing up, man, I did a lot of sports. I was an all-American athlete. I was in the military, Army Rangers, going to war, coming back. I used the gym for different reasons back in my day. I go to the gym to become a better, stronger, headed athlete. Then the military, a different way of using the gym for success. And then in this field, another different way of using the gym for success. All of them valuable, but only when parallel to a given end state of where we want to go. If you're a guy that's a marathon runner, bodybuilder, fitness guy, powerlifter, all of those guys use the gym, do they not? In different ways. So you guys must welcome responsibility and education as you go to find out how to unlock exactly how to get from A to B. B being your end state goal of what you want to be. And you're caught in the middle right now. You don't want to go back to who you were. You want to go over there to where you want to be, right? That right there is not a work rate. It's not work, guys. It can never be work. I've never met anybody that's successful in life that hates what they do. Everyone that's successful. I've never met anybody that finds success and has to cross that finish line and is victorious and is household name, that hated the process, that hated the journey. You must love it, man. You really do. It's gotta be love out, man. Don't work out, love out. You gotta really enjoy it. If you don't enjoy it, then you got tunnel vision, man. I mean, you're just seeing straight in front of you, and you're missing out on all the little growth, peripheral vision. You know, this guy right here, yeah, he's a lot smaller than me, or he's a lot bigger than me, whatever else, or he's fucking half retarded, I don't know what it is, but he's better than me in one thing and I'm not. And it behooves me to go up to him and learn from him, because it'll just make me better. And if you had that kind of idea where you just want to soak it all up, and you want to take it all in, you will become the person you always wanted to be. But that has to be a very humble person that welcomes all the information, really analyzes it, and then makes a decision. So, and that process right there is what life is. The gym, the reason why I love the gym, guys, it runs so parallel with what life's all about. In the gym, it's not subjective, meaning no one gives it to you, takes it away. It's usually have or not have, right? So you go into the gym with a belief that, hey man, I want to be better. I want to be stronger. Isn't that a wonderful option in life? There's a lot of people out here who don't have that option. They don't have the ability to get up and try to improve their life. Or maybe they're at the end of their life. They've ran out of time. The fact you have the time to do this. The fact you're healthy enough to do this. The fact that you aspire to do it. That is such a blessing in itself. But we complicate it too much, guys. Out there, they're feeding you with all these numbers and stuff. You gotta do this protocol. You gotta eat this. You can't eat that. You gotta sacrifice and sacrifice. It cannot be that way. You will burn the fuck out, guys. You gotta enjoy what you're doing. It's an awesome responsibility. Going to the gym is not the workout. It's a lot of better things in life. The ability you had to stand in a certain state, a certain time, you had the fucking option to improve it. That's what it's really all about, guys. And in that gym, when you're going through it, you go in there and that down, the internal belief that, hey, I'm going to get better. And getting better is this. You start to hone these fundamental character blocks. We call it character. You start to hone your discipline, your integrity, your honor, your sacrifice, your due diligence, your sweat equity. You see it through every single day. It's a marathon of life, not a sprint. No fast fix here to a long-term situation. You welcome that. You understand that. You go in there sometimes bruised, sometimes sore, sometimes hungover maybe, but you continue the process. You believe in it. You don't judge it on the daily. You judge it in the long frame. You keep your eyes on the horizon. You know there's going to be ups and downs, but the greater, the sum of it all is better than the individual parts. So continue to push forward, continue to push forward. And over time, guys, guess what? You go in the gym, you look in the mirror, you're like, wow, man, this is working. How sweet is that? You apply work here, about as hard as you can, and you get results out here. There's nothing sweeter than that. That's non-subjective. No one gives you, take it away. Fairest form of society, that's the gym. And we learn those things. Dedication, sacrifice, due diligence. And yes, we build a body, and we stand here in all power, and man, I did this. What we really built there is the greatest muscle of all, is a mindset of how we see things, our internal belief, confidence, that we can take those same fundamental principles of dedication and sacrifice, due diligence, in the theater of the gym, take them out, apply them in every theater of life, from your careers, from mailroom to CEO, your relationship status, from being single, then being loved, being a father, being a role model, somebody in the community that doesn't speak words hollow, backs them up with action because they walk their talk. The same way that got you achieved A to B, the same ways to do all those successes, because success is universal. There's no prejudicial terms of success. Anybody that's successful in business is probably successful in the gym, successful in the relationships, because they run parallel. It is the value of yourself, and your name means something. And when you do it right. I'm going to tell you a quick story, guys, on how awesome it is for you to be here, man. And I really want you guys to dumb it down. Stop thinking so much about, like, the problem with most people and not achieving their goals is that they never initiate. They never go for it. They just sit there at the starting line, right? And they're working. Like, all right, before I start, let me figure out my diet. Let me figure out how I train. Figure out how I do the cardio. Let me figure. No, step, guys. Initiate. When I first started, man, I knew nothing.